defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. JaMychal Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Paul George. Here's Trent. McCollum dishes to Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
So many of Whiteside's points, they come on dunks.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now here's Williams. Over McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. Hood's checked in. Now here's Whiteside. And they double up Whiteside. Here's Hood. And the rejection by Harrell.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
On the wing, Williams. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Jackson. And the rejection by Collins. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Green against Hood. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Shamet. Here's Harrell. The shot from the low post is good.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Hood, the pass to Little. Here's Trent, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Be careful. Whiteside is the ultimate rim protector.
Little passes to Trent. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Here's Williams. Outside for Jackson. Outside Williams. Back to Jackson.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost half.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Shamet and Leonard are on the wings. Green is out there with Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Count it, good.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Latrey. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Trent. Offline with his 3. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Green, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he's able to get it back. Nobody near Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Pass to Shamet. And stolen by Lillard. Hood with it, now guarded by Harrell. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Trent. And the 3 off target. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And that one's good, Shamet. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, the pass to Trent. From past the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking.
Oh, the power on that throw down.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Sinks the triple.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Jackson against Lillard. 1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Poked away. Harrell with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. And it's Harrell missing.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Here's Hood. He feeds it to Whiteside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Kicks it out to Leonard. 40 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Trent. That 3 off the mark.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And it's Lillard missing. Green taking his time here. Here's Harrell. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at this.
Love it, love it.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
And this is how you score in transitions. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Lou Williams is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
A shot by Williams, no good.
Creativity at his best, but scoreboard points are worth more than style points.
Williams against McCollum. Passes it to Nurkic. And he makes good on the layup. Nurkic has got 6.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut back down to 5 as they get the points there from Lou Williams. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. It's McCollum on the wing. Takes a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. He has 7.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. Nurkic against Zubac. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to Beverly. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. To the inside, Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Patrick Beverly, and it's Jackson in for Williams. Here's Trent. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. A good look from McCollum. Misses the chippy right there.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Bounce pass from Morris. And George, here we go. That one goes. Count it. George has got 8. Trailblazers leading by 8. Passes to McCollum. Out to the wing. Collins finds McCollum. And here's Collins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And Ariza with the stuff.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for the Portland Trailblazers. He made his mark in a... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Collins dishes to Whiteside. Collins looking around. 6 to shoot. Back to McCollum. Pass to Trent. From the arc. Doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally. You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
They get a hand on it, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Ariza outside. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Back to Whiteside. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-point differential. And it's George missing. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Whiteside finds Lillard. Back to Whiteside. Inside. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Down low. Anthony can't hit. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And Leonard gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Whiteside kicks to McCollum. Back to Whiteside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Whiteside's got 4 this quarter.
Not to be denied. And what do you expect from Hassan Whiteside? He's full of confidence.
And there's the feed to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Back to Ariza. The pass to Whiteside. Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Here's George, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And they'll keep possession, and it's in there. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Beverly. George with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. And there's the whistle on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Lillard outside. And Nurkic has it in the corner. To the middle. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Ariza. Lets it go from the wing. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. It's in!
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Feeds to Beverly. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality, takes the opportunity to step up.
Anthony against Morris. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Anthony. He dishes it to Nurkic. Inside. Here's Ariza. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
When they're looking to tie it up, live to play another period, we'll see what they run right here. No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Good!
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's Leonard from 3. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony. We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a gorgeous evening. And David.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in a 2-guard. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Irving. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
McCollum, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Lillard left side. And another turnover here by Portland. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
It's good on the putback.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Irving against Lillard. Shoots from 14. Was shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Drops in the layup for 2.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Irving from long range. Offensive rebound. Allen. Off target at the rim. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. Lillard attacking. Back to McCollum. He kicks it to Anthony. Ariza outside. 4 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jared Allen.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, Jay. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
Nurkic with the steal. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. The score now all even.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Lillard against Irving. Passes it to LeVert. On the wing, Irving. Banked in off the glass.
Amazing confidence from Irving. He's so skilled at getting inside and getting the shot he wants.
Outside Anthony. Knocked loose and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Launches it. Here's Allen outside for Durant. Pass to LeVert. Takes the 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Right side Durant. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And it's Ariza in the corner. He dishes it to Nurkic. And nothing is falling for him right now. Brooklyn leading by 7. And then Durant with the dunk.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Dinwiddie against McCollum. Kicks it out to Ariza. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Nurkic. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. LeVert finds KD. Back to LeVert. Here's the 3. And the pass to Allen. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Over Anthony. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And so it's... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, on the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Allen is out there with Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the point. Pass to Trent. There's the dish to Collins. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Playing him tough inside, air preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Dinwiddie is checked in for the Nets. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Dinwiddie against Collins. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
But because of Whiteside's instincts and awareness, he can pretty much block anything in his proximity.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Hood. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 13. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Harris. Knocks down the step back Jay.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here. But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Here's Luwawu. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Taken away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Hood can't get it to go.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
Shot clock at 6. Trent passes to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Amongst the best hitting the offensive glass, Whiteside can pile up those second chance points.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yes, yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Trent passes to Collins. He feeds it to Whiteside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Hood. Passes it to Whiteside. Shoots from 12. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets leading by 12. And it's Prince penetrating. Here now is Dinwiddie. Pass to Luwawu. On the wing, Harris. Again, the Nets for 2.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. It's Collins with the drive. Whiteside kicks to Collins. Little dishes to Collins. Off on the layup.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that shouldn't be easy.
Here's Harris. Luwawu. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 16.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Trent passes to Hood. To the left wing. Releases. Misses off the left iron. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
This was a huge bonus for this team. I mean, they weren't expecting it, but they will absolutely take it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You want to know what sets up Irving's drives? I mean, his ability to hit from distance, his handles, his game. He has it all.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. Connects on the open J. Nurkic has got his first bucket in this one.
Evolving his game over time. That's what's going on. I mean, look, this demonstrates growth. Nurkic looking willing to challenge himself with these shots.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. LeVert's got 6.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
McCollum with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Nurkic gets to Ariza. McCollum outside, the pass to Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got his second basket.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Fires from 14, and Irving with the basket on the assist by KD. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
A rock-solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. He continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Harris is checked in for Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Durant. Taken away by Anthony. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Irving dishes to KD. Back to Irving. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Anthony finds Lillard. Back to Anthony. Lillard with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ariza against LeVert. Ariza no luck.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Remarkable strength on the alley-oop. Durant, he's taking no prisoners.
Harris against McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. KD on the wing, covered by Anthony. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Whiteside, high post. He's against Jordan. Good work there as it goes.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Now, here is Irving. 11 points in the game. Outside Durant, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
And every step of Durant on the drives covers so much ground. You know he's looking to finish that play with the dunk.
And here's Anthony for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Nets leading by 20. Durant, that's good.
And when he's out in the open floor and has a head of steam, there really isn't any way you can slow him down.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Launches the 3. They get it back. Harris dishes to Jordan. It's Prince on the wing. Tries again. No good there. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Nets. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Setting the floor for the Nets. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2.
You can't teach size. Whiteside with the strong move against physical defense.
Nets leading by 22. Dinwiddie outside. Prince outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. And Trevor Ariza subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Karis LeVert's checked in for the Nets. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Ariza.
Well, no doubt Nurkic knows how to get it done inside. I mean, using all of his height to find the shot.
KD on the wing. Back to Irving. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. No good on that one. The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
LeVert finds Irving. Back to LeVert. There's the three. Rebounded by Anthony.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Ariza has the open look. No good with the triple. Brooklyn leading by 21. LeVert the pass to Durant. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Allen with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Irving from long range. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Trent gets the bucket.
What a selfish play from Miller. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Down low, got a piece of it. Durant kicks to LeVert. Back to KD. And it's good off the back rim and in. 14 points for KD.
You must know that Durant is looking to score off the pass. He has such a quick trigger.
Trent passes to Lillard. To the wing right side. Pass to Nurkic. Passes it to Ariza. Back to Nurkic. Clock at 4. KD with it. Now Anthony defending. Three-pointer, LeVert. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Portland the other way. Outside Anthony. To the paint. Portland moving the ball around. Ariza outside. Anthony right side. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's sent back by Allen.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Brooklyn.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Allen.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Nailed from three-point land.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling. No, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Crawford right side. Over Hood. Caruch passes to Crawford. Over Hood. And it's Portland with the rebound. Hood on the wing, inside. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collins passes to Simons. To the middle. Pass to Swanigan. Kicks it out to Collins. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And you have to at least respect Collins' deep ball. I mean, he's confident in taking this shot when given the opportunity.
Here's Crawford. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubats. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Now, here is Morris. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Now the pass to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Beverly. Here's Zubats. Leonard inside. LeVert defending. Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends. And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now here's Beverly. There's the double team with Allen. And it's Beverly missing. And with Allen, the amount of 4 he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Here's Morris following the basket by Kyrie Irving to stop the run. That shot no good. Nice defense from KD.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for LeVert. Now here's Dinwiddie. Irving with a clean look. A second chance effort. A 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 8. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here to the inside. Irving looking for an opening. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Here's Shamet, puts the move on. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Williams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Green against Dinwiddie. Prince kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Prince following the score by Reggie Jackson. Kicks it out to Prince. A reverse. Rebound by the Clippers.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
It's Prince on the wing. Pass to Luwawu. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Harris. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 20 seconds left in the first. Jackson passes to Harrell. No good that time. Passes to Harris. Dishes it to Prince. Here's Dinwiddie. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity level.
That's what I play with, a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Harris is out there with Luwawu, and it's LeVert in at small forward. Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Offensive rebound, Harrell. No good with the layup.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
LeVert with a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Brooklyn making some changes. Allen's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Green. Now, here is Irving. Allen left side. It's LeVert on the wing. Good on the three-point shot. LeVert's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's KD. Paul George making his last shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now, here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to LeVert. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he's good on the three ball.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irvin has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc. Boy, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Now, here is George. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Morris.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Up again, and staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid he only played 1 year in college. And he's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Now here's Durant. He's got 10. Irving misses.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Here's Shamet. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving, the open look. And that one hits back iron. Leonard against Dinwiddie. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Leonard.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Irving kicks to Allen. KD on the wing. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And so it's Kevin Durant making head. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 12 points and 3 assists. And that should do it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And here's Beverly, following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Second shot opportunity. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Back to Dinwiddie. Paul George with the steal. And Leonard has it in the corner. George. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Irving finds Allen. Back to Irving. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's deflected. Dinwiddie with the steal. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
LeVert from outside. Outside, KD. No good from outside.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Stolen by Allen. And another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Dinwiddie. Irving's got 10 points.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Here's Irving after the Clippers pick up 2.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Nets leading by 17. KD on the wing. 1:06 left in the third. And finished off by KD.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 10. To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 6 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving for 3. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Brooklyn. And it's Beverly missing.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
The putback. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie with the steal. Pass to Jordan. Here's Prince. Connects on the 17-footer. Prince has got 5 now.
Well, I really like how Taurean Prince plays within himself. He'll take whatever the defense gives him.
And so it's Brooklyn closing out the... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, here's Zubac. The rebound by the Nets. Harris has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Puts up a three. KD's shot is off. Clippers trail by 20. Here's Williams, and Durant sends it back.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
Prince finds Jordan. Out to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. The 15-footer. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A nice shot by KD.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Williams against Harris. Williams looking over the floor. Count that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Prince following the score by Lou Williams. To the middle. And KD the bucket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. And stolen by Prince. Dinwiddie dishes to Harris. Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Harris outside. Jacks up a three. Keeps it alive. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his first points in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Morris is checked in. Jackson up top, covered by Irving. A shot by Williams, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. And here is Irving. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for KD.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
On the wing, Harris. Zubac against Jordan. And there's the pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Fires the three. They get the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now, here's Shamet, covered by Irving. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Zubats, that's good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. And on the way from Irving for three. Good on the triple.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
No good from Irving.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Soaring high above the Willamette River. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
6 to shoot. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Anthony.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And that one's good. Beverley.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Morris finds Leonard. A baseline J. And it comes off the front of the rim. For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Ariza. Down low. Here's Nurkic. McCollum outside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Beverley against Lillard, the 10-footer. Here's Zubac. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now, here's Nurkic. Now, Ariza. Stolen by Zubac. And now the fast break. George with the ball. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And this game is tied up now.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Poked loose. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Ariza has the open look. Hits it from 3-point range.
We know this. Trevor Ariza in catch and shoot, effective and reliable.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Bucket is good.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Zubac against Nurkic. Paul George with the steal. By himself, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, you see the elite nature of Paul George's game. Make a steal on one end, finish with authority on the other.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now here's Anthony. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Ariza. Anthony with it. Nurkic, the pass to Carmelo. Portland needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Clippers trail. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Inside. Out to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Whiteside. 27 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Williams, here we go. Good work defensively by Lillard. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. The dish to Little. Back to Lillard. Feeds to Whiteside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Jackson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Harrell in at the center, filling out the middle. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Shamet. Gets himself open and drills it.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
Portland moving the ball around. Kept alive. Over to the left wing. Trent. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Green kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Harrell. Hangs. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Montrezl Harrell relishes the opportunity to mix it up on the interior. Nice finish.
Outside Hood. There's the pass to Trent. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. It's Collins with the drive. Yep, that one goes in there.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Here's Trent after the basket by Los Angeles. Collins passes to Hood. The feed now to Whiteside. Here's Trent. The Trailblazers rebound to the left side wing. Back to Whiteside. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Williams. Finished off the break. Williams has got his first points of the game.
Well, Lou Williams in the open floor is just a bucket, folks.
Pass to Hood. Down low. Here's Whiteside. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Passes it to Shamet. Back to Harrell. Here's Green. And that one drops for him. Green's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Collins passes to Trent. Feeds it to Whiteside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Beverly against Lillard. And it's Beverly missing. And so Lillard will bring it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Whiteside. 46 seconds left in the first half. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Anthony finds Lillard. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Zubac. Up the floor. It's stolen by Anthony. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Back to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Anthony against Morris. Nurkic with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And it's Leonard with the jam. Here's Anthony. 1 second left. And the layup is good.
You know, that's one thing Melo has always been able to do. Use his strength to overpower you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding it. And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
The Clippers in the lead. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard's got the ball.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing. Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverly. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. That's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Good work defensively by Lillard. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second bucket.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And here's George. He's got 8. And George with the stuff.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
For the 3. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers leading by 6. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
A different look for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. And it's Williams in for Paul George. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
McCollum dishes to Whiteside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. To the inside. Trent. The shake. And that's 2 points on the layup.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Here's Shamet. They tee that time from Hood. Trailblazers trail by 4. And they pick up 2. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Now here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Trent.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
McCollum kicks to Hood. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Whiteside inside. He's defended by Harrell.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Collins. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Hood. Williams against McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Ariza. No good.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. How much pressure can he guard with? My goodness.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Portland trailing here. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Paul George is out there with Morris. Then it's Williams. And there's Jackson. And Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Trent's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Morris inside. Anthony on him. Jackson drives in. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Portland.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Zubac is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 4-point game. It's tipped. Here's Nurkic. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Fast break. Here come the Trail Blazers. Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Harrell with it. Back to George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Don't you get the sense that Paul George relishes these challenges? He knows he's a top-tier player. He fears no one.
And there's the pass to Trent to take the lead. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Trent.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Nurkic finds Anthony. That one wide left.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Morris, no good. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Basket counts. Trent's got it all tied up now for the Trail Blazers.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley comes in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard attacking. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Lillard, right side. Fires from deep. Traps in the tray. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. Good on the shot.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And the shot is good.
Huge moment for Patrick Beverley. Wow.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And Lillard gets to Ariza. This is to Nurkic. He gets that one.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
To the paint. Here's Zubac. Yes! And the foul. That one's on Anthony.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
McCollum's checked in for Portland.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now. Look at that killer instinct.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Damian Lillard. Outside Leonard. score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Nurkic, the pass to Ariza. Back to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Nurkic can't hit. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Zubac, that's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
You can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Count that one. Beverly's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Took him no time at all on that one.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And that'll be 2 free. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So the Clippers. That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them. And we've got...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Kicks it out to Lillard from downtown. Portland with a new 14. Ariza finds Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot off that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if you can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
McCollum outside. It's Ariza on the wing. 5 to shoot. Anthony against KD. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Now Irving. From deep. Rebounded by Anthony.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kicks it out to Lillard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Ariza outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Outside Irving. A 3-pointer, no good. For Portland, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Stolen by Allen. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. LeVert inside the line. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Pass to Anthony. The dish now to McCollum. Kicks it to Ariza. Portland needs to get off a shot. Nurkic. Second chance shot.
Known as a defensive specialist for many years, it's the ability for Ariza still to consistently be a threat out there from the 3-point line, especially from the corners.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set. Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Good checked in for Portland. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Trailblazers trail by 3. Trent passes to Collins. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Whiteside, the pass to Collins. Back to Whiteside, and stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Harris. Over Little. And the shot is long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Passes it to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. Remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Trent. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Little with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Whiteside. Sweet move, and the layup is up and in.
Quick elevation for a 5. Makes him deadly on the interior was Whiteside.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Luwawu. Jordan kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Here's Prince. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Right wing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Nets up 1. 2K Sports back in a moment. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Rodney Hood out there with Little. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2. Pass to Little. Portland moving the ball around. Hood kicks to Little. Back to Hood. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Prince with it. He's picked up by Little. Here's Luwawu. Plays it up and banks it in.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Hood. Brooklyn with the rebound. Prince, the pass to Dinwiddie. Left side, Jordan. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
A big problem in the paint, really. This is the only area that DeAndre Jordan is going to score from.
Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Little.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Luwawu. Off target with his 3. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Whiteside dishes to Little. Back to Whiteside. McCollum outside. To the middle. Right side, no good. Nets leading by 3. Dinwiddie, left side. The pass to Jordan. And good that time. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Right side, the pass to Trent. He kicks it to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Harris. 1:46 left in the first half of the game.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Oh, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Melo being ultra aggressive now. You give him a lane to the basket, you're going to get results like that.
On the wing, Harris. And 1:01 left now here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic, big and blocking.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Ariza goes in. Nurkic, it's good on the putback. Nurkic has got the lead up to 1 now for Portland.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You got to put a body on Prince. He likes to stay active out there and sniffs that one out.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rejected by Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Trailblazers trail by 3. Nurkic dishes to Ariza. Pass to Lillard. Back to Ariza. Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Anthony. No good on the last second attempt there.
Awesome D from Torian right there. A big reason why.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to us. And that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Anthony kicks to Ariza. He dishes it to Nurkic. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Allen with the rebound. Nets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And finished off by KD.
Well, he's professional in everything that he does. Durant recognizes that opportunity and turns pro.
High post, Nurkic. LeVert against Ariza. Lays it up off the glass.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And here is Irving. Here's Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
Joe Harris is checked in for Dinwiddie. Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it out to Collins. And the wing jumper offline.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And here's Harris from the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Trent. And a miss there on the triple. And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. A 2-point game. And that one's good, Irving.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? The coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
And the basket is good. Irving's got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Nets with possession. They're on a 10-2 run here. Another miss by Irving.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Irving surveying the floor. Connects from 3-point range. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Here's Lillard. It's blocked. LeVert against Collins. Inside and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for Joe Harris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. Nobody near Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers trail by 7. Great D that time from Irving.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Durant with the steal. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, we've all seen it. The mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
They grab their own miss. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Will it go? Tips it up. Jordan with the rebound. It's LeVert on the wing. Just 3 on the clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 13.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in its center. Durant, the pass to Irving. Back to KD. Just 5 to shoot. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
On its way from Irving for 2. Offensive rebound, Nets. Back to LeVert. The 3-ball. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 16.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Back to Anthony. Feeds it to Nurkic. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, Irving with it. And it's off from 3-point range.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Ariza passes to Nurkic. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. It's LeVert on the wing. Ariza covering. Trailblazers trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
There's the feed to Nurkic. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 3-pointer, LeVert. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Irving kicks to KD. Over Anthony. Nice D from Lillard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To end the cold streak. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Hits. Caught that one from Nurkic.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
Nets leading by 14. Down low. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. LeVert from outside. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lillard dishes to Anthony. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. To the inside. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Chalk up 2 there.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Lillard with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Durant, and KD is right there. And the Nets lead by 16.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Dinwiddie wide open. Good.
Finishing strong.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and Dick. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Irving drives in, and the shot goes in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Brooklyn now. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Durant wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Zubac. Excellent D there from Allen.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Here's LeVert. He dishes it to Allen. The 3. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Clock at 6. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Here's Zubac. Excellent D there from Allen. Brooklyn's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. LeVert with a wide open look. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Beverly against Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Another shot. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Stolen by LeVert. 3 on 3. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kyrie, an outstanding free throw shooter and very crafty, working himself to the line.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. Harrell against Jordan. Here's Shamet, and he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's Prince on the wing. To the paint, tipped away. Inside, here's Jordan. The layup missed.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Williams gets the bucket.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Nobody near Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson down low, covered by Irving, and the basket by Jackson.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Prince finds Irving. Jordan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Harrell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
On its way from Irving for 2. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Harrell slams it in.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Nets trail by 3. And on the way from Irving for 3, drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 10.
This is what makes Kyrie so dangerous. He is so proficient from distance.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Irving kicks to Harris. Here's Luwawu. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Down low. And that one's good. Shamet. He has 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 4. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Harrell is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jackson. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Nets trail by 4.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Here's Williams. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. To the inside. And that's Prince, that time on the assist by Harris. Prince has got 4 points in the quarter.
Smart play by Prince. Attack the interior of this defense, force them to close off the lane.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Jordan's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt.
Whoa, hammering it in.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
LeVert finds Harris. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Here's Beverly. Up top, Zubats. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Durant. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And it's sent back by Allen. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Harris kicks to LeVert. No good on the triple.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Yep, that one goes. Leonard's got 6.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, buries it from three-point range. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Nets. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Durant, the pass to Harris. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Count it. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harris finds Dinwiddie. The Nets working the ball around now. It's a hand on it. And staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got his first 2 points.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
And it's good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Durant against George. Lets it go. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
One of the most lethal scorers in NBA history. Hard to imagine KD won't be in the top 5 when it's all said and done.
Out to Morris. Back to Beverly. Here's Zubac. And it's sent back by Allen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Irving's checked in for the Nets. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. LeVert with it. Leonard picks him up. And it's Irving missing. Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's George. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Allen slamming it down.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Dinwiddie. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the game to go. Dinwiddie with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You can see why he loves to play in transition. You give Durant a head of steam, there's no stopping him.
Zubac. Leonard trying to break free. No good from Zubac. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And on the way from Irving for 3. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Here's Beverly, and the layup falls. Beverly's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Brooklyn.
Outside Irving. And the Nets, another 3.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Morris outside. And he gets it to go.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Outside Irving. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Morris. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Allen finds Irving. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. On deep. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
Beverly against KD. Irving with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Allen leading the charge. Tries again. Can't hit that one. George with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
The Nets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
12 seconds left to play in the third. Over to the wing. The kick out to Williams. And it's sent back by Allen. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Nets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Green is out there with Montrezl Harrell, and it's Williams at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
On the wing, Harris launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Williams, and it's sent back by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Prince dishes to Allen. Here's Luwawu. No good on the 3. Clippers trail by 4. And that one's good, Shamet.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Final quarter of play, about 1.5 minutes off the clock into it. Prince in the corner. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George. Dinwiddie is checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot to tie it up. And there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Jordan. And foul. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Williams banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 2.
As the game tightens, I like Lou Williams' mentality. Never gets too high or too low.
For 3, Durant. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Nets trail by 4. Irving drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Irving from long range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's George. That shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Irving. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 14 points here in the second half.
Kyrie has done it again. He loves the big shot and the big moment.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. He doesn't hit that one. The Nets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And then Durant with the jam.
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Out to the right wing. Moving against George. Out to KD. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. A second chance effort. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Zubac finds Morris. 30 seconds left in the game. That one misses. Great D that time from Jordan. It's in!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Irving can't get it to go. And now the fast break, George with the ball. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
The Clippers shooting in offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Irving kicks to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the basket by Harris.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a one-point game. And yes, it's good.
Patrick Beverly plays with a scorer's mentality. Takes the opportunity to step up.
On the wing, Harris. And the Nets, another 3.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Here's Beverly. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
We're seeing the full arsenal here tonight. Uncle Drew turning up.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut back down to 2 with those points from Beverly.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Irving with it. Dinwiddie outside. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Nets, Durant comes in for Jordan. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Harris.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Irving from long range. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Here's Durant. Yes!
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
And so here are the Clippers. Down low, here's Leonard. Count it!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
KD looking around. This one for three. It's good! A tremendous three to tie it up.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And the shot goes in.
Game on the line. You need a guy who's willing to step up and deliver that Sweet Lou.
Left side, KD. Money!
One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
Morris outside. Pass to Zubac. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from three.
The free throw drops for Zubac.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a three if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Three-pointer, LeVert off the mark. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.